unfortunately, today's video, we won't have any trick shots in a second due to all this. Yeah, see that? Yeah, we have all that stuff over there though, so you'll be seeing a lot of that.
And today, we are gonna introduce a lot about ourselves, and yeah, let's get started. So, how we met?
Well, my dad, his mom started working for my dad, and we met at a big party kind of for the business.
It was a tomato fiesta, which was a year and a half ago.
Maybe, yeah.
And so his dad was working, and so with my mom, and I walked in and I said hey to PJ for the first time.
I was nervous because I'm not good with new people.
Yeah, and what we did was we went down to try some salsa. Right.
And my mouth was hella hot.
Yeah, my eyes were so watery.
Yeah, and then again the year after, we did the same exact thing.
We did the same exact thing.
And we were nearly crying because the salsa was so spicy.
So spicy. And what's it called? So after that day, like there was a bunch of like awards for people that like grew big pumpkins or different things like that. And so after that, we like started hanging out. And so we made, because he has a basketball hoop in front of his house, and so we like doing like trick shots at his house.
Yeah. So let's try doing. What about bad times growing up?
So I'll start. So one time there was I was at my uncle's ranch. Well, it's not his ranch. It's his parents' ranch. And so he had this great idea to get a kiddie pool,
Okay.
put oil on the bottom, and go on top of a mountain, and then we'd go down the mountain, sliding down, having fun. So we first 5 times we had fun, and then the one we went to this other mountain which was like super steep, and then it led to a big ditch, and he didn't know that. And so what happened was we went down the hill, and then we hit a tree, and we went flying into that ditch. I started rolling, and all I heard while I was rolling was this beeping sound in my ears, and it was in my brain. I was like, and when that was happening, I was thinking, what is happening? And so it was me and my brother and my little cousin. He was like 5 at the time, and he went down there too. He didn't get any bad injuries. He got some scratches on his head. I cracked my head open right here. And my cousin Olivia, she's 9, and she was smart enough not to go on that ride. She went on every other single ride except for that one. So after that, she ran to go tell her mom, and we didn't go to the emergency room after that. And I had a cracked head.
Well, I remember not any more serious injuries, but okay, I remember one time. I used to like motorsports a lot, so I was going on my ATV, my little quad, when I was little, and I always thought I was the bomb. So I go off this big berm. It's like 20 feet high. So it's like that, right? And you're supposed to go straight up. But instead, I went straight across, right off the corner, flew right off, and it went perfectly fine. And literally the day after, I thought I was so freaking cool. So I jumped this little jump. I was trying to show my family members, and so my dad's right here and I'm right here, right? I hit the jump and I'm coming. My dad's going right here, and he's asking me if he wants to turn that way, and I keep going, or if I turn and he goes. Instead, I didn't tell him anything, and I went straight into the side of his quad, went under his quad, and he almost ran me over. Yep, that was probably one of my worst memories ever. Okay, so what's your favorite movie?
I would have to say my favorite movie is The Longest Yard. It's about these prisoners. So Adam Sandler plays this dude that goes to prison because he wrecks his girlfriend's car, and he goes to prison, and there's a football team there, and he plays football there, and what happens in the end was, well, there's like this huge game between the prisoners and
The guards.
the guards, yes, and they all battle it out, and then so the warden makes this deal with Adam Sandler that if he loses the game, then he could spend less time in prison, and if he wins, then he's gonna spend the rest of his life in prison. And so he thought about it, and he just like stopped. He thought about it, and he stopped playing. He pretended to get injured, and they were losing, and then after a while, he felt bad and he wanted to win, and then they won. So, and Adam Sandler is also my favorite actor. So,
My favorite actor would have to be Kevin Hart. My favorite movie though does not have Kevin Hart in it, but it just came out and it's awesome because I love Rocky, especially my favorite was Rocky 5, I think, where even no Rocky 4, where he fights the Russian dude that's like super buff, and yeah. But my favorite movie that's related to that would be Creed because Michael B. Jordan is just so awesome in that, and it's like when you see that, if you see this movie, you wish you were him, like in that moment every single time that something had good happen to him. So
let's get on to the good times. So I went to the fair one day with my dad, and I was afraid to go on the zipper, and he told me that it wasn't that bad, and so we're waiting in line. There was a super huge line, by the way, and we were waiting in line, and then we were like 2 steps away from it, and I get in, and I like get so nervous. And when I get in and we start riding, I'm like screaming, and then I start to feel good. I think to myself, this isn't that bad, and so I enjoy the rest of the ride. And now to this day, I don't fear fair rides anymore. So,
a good time in life for me. So me and my friend, one day, it was like a couple weeks ago, we had a basketball game or tournament and we won. We were all celebrating and we went out to dinner afterwards and we were all hyped up and we went outside and there was this little preschool park and we were gonna play like freaking, I don't know what we were playing. We were like throwing everything we could find at each other hard, and all of a sudden we start like jumping over the little teeter-totter, like the horses that go back and forth and stuff, the rocking horses, but there weren't horses, they were like trains and stuff. And I hop on the spaceship to act funny, and I'm going, and when I go back, I'm going back, and I'm stuck like this. And I'm thinking, oh God, I'm going to either let go and I'm going to hurt myself or I'm going to break it. So I go to let go, and the second I let go, the end piece of like this duck that because my friend had a train, I had like a duck, and the duck tail hit me right in the chin and almost knocked me out. And just one more good time though was last night when Brandon grabbed this sheet, put it over his head, tried to get his friend Taylor, instead grabbed my foot, I kick him off his bed, and he hits his head on this on this like wooden.
It was from the bunk bed.
Yeah, hits his head on the bunk bed, and he's like knocked out. His
It was hilarious.
I couldn't stop laughing. All right.
Funny.
So. Yep.
I think that's it.
All right.
That's our first video.
This is our first video, and we hope you enjoy. Bye-bye.
Bye.